Hi, this video will show you how to find free to use images and how to cite them so you're giving credit to the creators. First of all, the number one best way to get free to use images for your presentation is to make your own. So take photographs, make original artwork. You can see this happy face I drew myself on my iPad right here. The best way is to make your own art to include in your projects. Okay, so that's number one. The number two way is there are many free to use image platforms out there. They are created for online content creators to have visuals for their work. I have a great list on the San Marcos High School Library. So Google SMHS Library, press the Student Resources tab, and then choose the free to use media button. So here's what it looks like. Google SMHS Library, choose Student Resources, and then just scroll down and you'll see free to use media. On that page, I have a lot of ideas of where you can find images and, by the way, videos that are free to use and audio that's free to use. You might be wondering, what kind of images should I choose? So get creative with that too. One idea is, let's say you're making a slide presentation about the short story Woman Hollering Creek by Sandra Cisneros. Look for some imagery that stands out to you in that text. So for example, I've highlighted a little portion of the first paragraph, and my eyes were drawn to this "over several miles of dirt road" phrase. I think that might be a nice image to put on my slides about this short story. So the image I created myself back here, that's not going to work, but I sure could draw a country road, a dirt road, and put that on my slides. However, if I don't feel artistically inclined at this moment, I can choose one of these platforms to find an image that will suit my purpose. So here's one, Pixabay. It's just Google Pixabay in your browser, and you could put in just keywords for the image that you want. I chose this image by a creator named Joe, and here's how the credit might look. You say image by the creator's name from the platform, and then this will just link back to, this is Joe's page, and you can see all of his work, and it's on Pixabay, which looks like this if you choose to go to Pixabay. Now, you most likely for your school assignment, you most likely don't have to link back to the source, but it's considered best practice. And if you do any online content creation yourself, just for personal reasons, it is considered a good idea to link back to your source when you can. For class, most of the time, you just need to give credit. By the way, there is another platform called Unsplash, which is an iPad app that's available in self-service that works pretty much the same way as Pixabay. So that's that one. What else do we have? Oh, here's another one I want to show you. It's called Photos for Class. I really like Photos for Class because it gives the credit at the bottom of the image automatically. So you can see it in the black down below. I didn't type that. That was in Photos for Class. So it doesn't link to it for you, but this is what Photos for Class looks like. And if I put Dirt Road in the search, any of these images, if I press download instead of view on Pixabay, it will put it in the files of my iPad, or it will download it to your desktop or wherever you put it on your Mac. And then this black portion with the attribution will be there. And that kind of makes your life easier if you're creating a presentation for class. So Pixabay and Photos for Class are two that I recommend. Now, a third way to find images is to do a Google image search. And what you need to do is filter it for the usage rights Creative Commons. Creative Commons is a licensing that creators can put on their work, which says it's free to use. And usually they say attribution is required. And for the purposes of a Google image search, you should assume attribution is required. So this is what it looks like on an iPad. You can see I Googled country road, And then this little button means filter, this one. And then you choose Creative Commons licenses, which means it's free to use if you give attribution. So here's one I found using that search. So I went to Google Images, I chose usage and Creative Commons. And then on the side, this is the creator of the image I found. And notice it's from Wikimedia, not Google. Google helped me find the image, but the image was hosted on Wikimedia. And it lists the creator there. Let me show you what that looks like. So Google took me to this image right here. And at the bottom, I see the creator's name. And then I just give him credit and I say that it was on Wikimedia, not Google. And then again, it's always best practice to link back to that source if you can. The fourth way for you to find free to use images is to use the images that are available in the databases and ebooks from the library, the online library resources. So just Google SMHS library, choose databases and ebooks, and then choose whichever database you want, and you search by the topic and click on the images you want. So for example, this image is of the author Sandra Cisneros, who wrote Women Hollering Creek. I found it on Gale in Context High School, which you can see in the attribution. And I've linked to it here. You can see what it looked like. So I chose Gale in Context High School. And here's the image. And notice that it says this image may be used for personal, non-commercial purposes only, which means I cannot make money on it. I can't use it for my business website, but I can use it for school. Here is the person who created it. And then I wanted to link back to it. So I just pressed Get Link up here in the top. This is the link that you would put in the image credit if you choose to link back to the source, which is optional but encouraged. So the databases, this one's Galen Context High School, they pay for these images. So a lot of times these are going to be high quality images that you can't find elsewhere. So I've showed you 4 ways. First, create your own images or use one of the free to use image platforms you can find at the SMHS Library website under the Students tab. You can do a Google image search as long as you filter for Creative Commons and you give attribution, or you can choose images from the library databases and ebooks. The one I showed you was from Gale in Context High School. All right, so I hope you got out of this video that you need to either make your own images or find free to use images online. Give credit to your source, and if you can, link back to the source. If you have any questions, you can stop by the San Marcos High School Library or email me, Amy McMillan, AMCMILLAN @sbunified.org. Thanks for watching.